What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. I'm here for another video, and surprisingly, I didn't mind this first part of the reunion. It gave me just what it needed to give. But I see you guys in the comments tearing it up. Like the video as my intro plays so we could get started.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big Mims.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Let me hear you say, wop, 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 wop. I didn't get no sleep because of y'all. Y'all not gonna get a sleep because of me.
So that is my new intro. We got Andy in the intro, and we got like a very special little dude. I'm super excited. He is one of my newest subscribers for the stuff that he can actually watch. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So, he is actually my surprise guest. What's up?
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, let me make you bigger. Let me make you bigger. So, do you want to tell the people your name?
Yeah.
What is it?
Dakari.
So, guys, Dakari, am I pronouncing it right?
Dakari.
Dakari, sorry. Dakari, he made me a couple videos, and he made his mom do it over again because he said he didn't like the first ones. And I said, buddy, you are all right with me, and I am definitely going to put you in my intro. So I was super excited to have him. That's why he's my special guest. Did you get to see my intro?
Yeah.
Was it okay? Did you like it? You could tell me the truth.
Yeah.
You like
Oh,
it?
you like
Is
it?
it funny?
Yeah.
Well, did you like it because you were in it? Is that the only reason you liked it?
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you. I appreciate your mom. I thought that was like the best thing. You don't even understand, man. That made my whole day. So I went and I had something made for you. You like it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to make sure to send this to you ASAP. And maybe something else. I don't know. But definitely, you will be getting this hat. A lot of people want these hats, but you're going to be the only one with it.
Thank you.
You're very, very, very welcome. Now, guys, he listens to my intro, but he don't watch all the stuff. I know what y'all thinking. He's one of my fans for the for the safe stuff.
The PG version.
Exactly. He doesn't watch all my stuff, but I was, again, you don't know how much you mean to me. You definitely made me smile today, and I needed a smile, buddy.
Oh.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I will get with your mom, and we will figure out a way that I can get you this hat and maybe another surprise. I don't know. The surprises might just keep coming. I don't know.
Ooh.
But Donna, thank you so much. You want to introduce you? Donna is well, y'all know Donna. She's in the comments.
I am in the comments a lot. I
Donna's
keep it
like,
nice and respectful.
I don't make you keep it nice and respectful. Not on this channel. Anyway, thank you so much, Donna. You don't know, I told my whole family. And and we were so excited. It brightened up everybody's day. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop you guys down because the mess is about to start.
Okay, well, thank you.
And this is not gonna be nice. Thank you guys.
All right, have a good night.
You too. You guys, he definitely made my day. He literally made my day. But let's get into the mess. I think some of my family might be watching. This is when y'all click off. Oh, my sister gave me my make it make sense sign. So, okay, you see my sign, but yeah, now it's time for you to click off. Anyway, back to this reunion. This reunion, I see you guys are saying it was meh. I actually really, really, really liked this reunion. This part one was so much better than a lot of part ones that we've seen before. It's a lot of fluff, but they got like right into some of the juicy stuff. But we got to pay the bills. Y'all know the sponsorships are just kind of like rolling in now. Let me put my microphone over here. Sponsorships are rolling in. Today's video was sponsored by, where is it? Lisa Wu's Closet Freak. It is, a very eccentric line for today's urban woman, the mover and shakers. They are all wearing Closet Freak. Definitely go out and get some. It's what the hot girls are wearing. You want a hot girl summer? You're going to go with Closet Freak. Oh yeah, I had a super chat. Negla says, buy Coastal. Make it make sense, please. I can't. She's buy everything. And she's buy everything. Thank you, Negla. Guys, I did this video. I did a poll. Does Andy hate or dislike Candace, or strongly dislike or love to hate? A lot of you guys voted in it. I went ahead. I dropped that video today. This video took hours. It was so much of a deep dive, so much like good and bad blood between them. Definitely check that out. I will link this at the end of this video. It's definitely worth the watch. And y'all know we gotta be a little messy here. But y'all know that already. Ginger Snap says buy is everything. Well, all right, Ginger Snap. We might need to have you on one of my confession series. Y'all, who wore better? We got Marlo, Lisa from Miami. Again, Lisa from Miami. Larsa and Ashley. Everybody else was in this Mugler. Ashley was actually in the Sheba Sheree version. But y'all tell me, who wore better? Marlo, Lisa, Larsa, Ashley, or Lisa? I'm giving it to nobody. I'm so tired of that outfit. Marlo did look good though. People are okay. So y'all are saying Marlo, Lisa from Miami, Marlo, Lisa or Marlo. Okay, I'm thinking that Marlo is winning. None of them. I'm tired of it. Like, I'm tired. Marlo, Lisa. Okay, so nobody's feeling Larsa. Well, all right. Neither Latoya, Marlo Hutchinson. Oh, I think there was even one more. Was there one more person? I don't think I have her picture. I'll get hers by the end of it. There was one more person. Ashley did it. No. I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, so we got some Lisas. So it looks like Marlo, then Lisa is number 2. Okay. I didn't like it, but whatever. I don't know if Mugler is sending all the housewives. I don't know. But let's get into this episode. Karen. Andy's going around talking to everybody like he normally does. And he comes to Karen. And he's asking Karen about Charisse. And Karen said, God knows y'all put Charisse everywhere you could. I fell out of my seat. Karen is quick. Karen is definitely, maybe her and Candace, they are extremely quick with it. They definitely deliver a really good read. I'm not mad at Karen at all. Brittany says she about peed on herself. Not the $5 version. Exactly. Karen is witty. Yeah, that was hilarious to me. Karen is top notch. I expect a lot from her this reunion. We got Robin and Giselle sharing a dressing room. Robin and Giselle share everything except Juan, and that's because Juan isn't doing either one of them. Sorry. It just is so weird. Giselle has shot scenes with Juan 101. We'll get into that with the Giselle and the Chris and all that a little bit later, but y'all, I'm so tired of Robin and Giselle. I'm tired. Candace had this shirt made. Andy did not seem so amused when he received the shirt. I was amused. But Andy, Giselle is his girl, and he's not trying to get in trouble again with Giselle. But if Candace wants to send it to me, I'll wear it. If Candace sends me that shirt, I will try my best to get on Watch What Happens Live wearing that shirt. So if anybody can make that happen, let me know. Hit me up. Make it make sense now on Instagram. I will wear that shirt on Watch What Happens Live. We're starting off with Ashley. Now, wait, hold on. I definitely skipped a whole part. Y'all didn't believe me when I said that Andy was shading Candace about her outfit. He clearly was likening her to Cookie Monster. I get the joke, y'all. It's all included in my love-hate Andy versus Candace video. I get the joke. It's a call to her saying that Deborah looked like Sesame Street. He just rarely, if ever, really says anything derogatory about any of their outfits. So to me, it was shade, but you guys can make of it what you want. Candace is selling that shirt as merch. Well, then I will buy the shirt. I will definitely buy the shirt. Maybe we'll go before the end of this and see how much she's selling it for. If it's some Sheba Sheree prices, I ain't buying it. But if it's affordable, I'll get it. If she gives me an interview, I'll buy two. And I'll give y'all one. Whatever. He said Ashley was half naked. She was. She's always half naked now. Luke. Ashley admits, and we kind of talked about this the other day, Ashley admits that Michael played a role in why she's not together with Luke anymore. That is the most asinine I have heard in a long time. Oh, wait, it's almost sold out. $40, but almost sold out. Should I get that shirt, y'all? I can get the shirt, take a picture of it in the shirt, tell her I will model the shirt for her, and see if that gets me an interview. We'll see. I'm not above it. This is an absolute measure of control. Ashley needs Michael because she's not getting the money that she thought she was going to get. She wants to ensure that she will not end up like her mama in that tent. And so she will definitely do whatever it takes to keep Michael, I guess, happy. That's sad as hell to me. Oh, yeah, we got like 700 people in here. Do what Larger says. Like the video. We should have at least 500 likes. Let's try to get to 500 likes, y'all. Hey, Miss Satin. Y'all. Oh, what's up, Mace and Shady? I see y'all stayed up. We're gonna have a good live tonight, y'all. It's a measure of control. Even though Ashley's not my favorite character, I don't like to see anyone completely dependent on somebody else, especially somebody like Michael Darby. So you said that you felt like you were falling in love with this man, yet Michael can come to you in the middle of the night and say, I'm dropping these kids off, regardless of what you got going on. And that's just that. Are we supposed to believe that Michael really wants to spend time with these kids? He doesn't. He literally knew that that man was over there spending time with Ashley. And so he decided he was going to throw a monkey wrench in that. It's just plain and simple. Pretty Black Girl 74 says, I can't even bring myself to hate watch the RHOP reunion at this point. So Mims, you got to please deliver for those of us who are over this fake myth. Pretty Black Girl, I'm telling you, it was good. Thank you for your super chat. I actually enjoyed it. All jokes aside, I definitely enjoyed this first. Let me take this F them kids off. I enjoyed this first one, and I'm not even joking. If you were falling in love with this man, and Michael says he does not say there was an emergency, I need to bring the kids over. He lives 7 minutes from you, which is probably a 15-minute walk, and you let him mosey on over so that he could do what he normally is doing on the weekend and not take care of the kids. I don't get that. If there was an emergency, do it. But if you are literally at home with the new man that you're seeing, you have kept the kids all week, and it's Michael's time for just the weekend and he can't do it, you should be side-eyeing Michael, not making that man leave. That doesn't make sense. Your kids should always come first. However, moms are allowed to have lives after a divorce. Michael infringing on her time with this man that she's dating from out of town is absolutely wrong. And again, I'm not an Ashley fan, but I don't like seeing that. Tony says, congratulations, reaching over 25. So very proud of you. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. And for all of my new subscribers, we're like a family over here. Sometimes we fight, but we all love on each other. We support each other. And I'm just very, very happy and kind of like extremely humbled that you guys decide to spend your time with me. I really, you don't know how much it means to me. It is definitely like turned into an escape for me. Patricia George, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Every time I see Lisa in the chat, I'm supposed to say hi or she's gonna get mad at me. Hey, Lisa. So yeah, I really didn't like that. And Ashley said that Michael did play a part, but y'all, the inside dirt in that was Luke and Ashley had gone to bed, and Luke woke up and saw this staring at him. That's what happened. That is exactly what happened. Luke woke up and Golem was there looking at him, and he was like, I'm out. And he was like, I thought that Michael liked black men, but apparently, where's my allegedly been? It freaked him out, as it should. As it should. But no, that's not what happened. Don't sue me, Ashley. I ain't got it. Don't sue me. I ain't got it. Just saying. Anyway. I don't like it. I don't like it for Ashley. Giselle paying this man. I don't know. Y'all could put in this if you believe. Oh, wait, I got a super. Sorry, guys. This chat's moving kind of fast. Bougie on a budget. Thank you so much, Bougie on a budget, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting my channel. And a good free way to support the channel, because we're almost at 800 in the chat. We should have at least like 500 likes. Wait, did I scare y'all? I'm sorry, but y'all only had to see it for a minute. Ashley's been having to see this face for the last 7 years. She's been waking up to this every day. Is that supposed to be Ashley? Yeah, that Houston suburbs, we see each other. Yes, that is Golem and Ashley doing the TikTok. Y'all really be tickling when y'all get my stuff. Thank you. Oh, okay. Y'all are just making my night today. I'm done. Not make it go away. What's in my solo cup? So I had to go downstairs and re-up a little bit. My sister had Patron. So this is a Patron and orange juice. I think it's called like a screwdriver. I don't know. You were evil and must be destroyed. I am okay, y'all. So I am a little bit of a mess. It is what it is. How much do y'all think that Giselle is paying this boy? Giselle has, sorry, before we move on, we are supposed to believe that Ashley's type is Michael when the minute that she was not with Michael any longer, she got with this guy. I still think that Ashley's heart is with that woman in that condo that she was with prior to Michael when she was still a bartender. That's really what I think. I think that Ashley's heart will forever be with that woman, but these guys are wealthy and, you know, keep her in the news. Excuse me. When Ashley was discussing the fact that she wasn't going to be getting any money, I already broke all this down. I did a whole video on it. It's called Fumble the Bag. Check it out. I broke down all of the financial stuff with Ashley. Do I have a shot of that? No, I don't think I have a shot of that anymore. It's called Fumble the Bag. Check it out. But basically, if you came into this relationship with nothing, Michael was already worth 20 million. And Michael continued to make probably somewhere around 500, maybe even $1 million. You get on this show and now you're making probably somewhere between 400 to 800,000. Why would the judge give you alimony? You probably sometimes make more than Michael. Just because Michael is worth 20 million does not mean that he's consistently bringing in millions of dollars. So I'm not surprised that she's not getting alimony. What is surprising, though, is the fact that all of these women were basically calling her gold diggers. The faces that they made when they found out that she wasn't getting any money, and even broke ass Robin over there talking about child support, here we come. How would you know? Gabor always reminds us at your weakest point, you couldn't even afford hot water. So your children were bathing in cold water. And you over here talking about alimony, child support, here we come. How would you know? You just got out of that one-bedroom townhouse. These women amaze me, and each one consistently talking to Ashley as if the only thing that Ashley has of value is her body to give away to the golems of the world. Ashley is a very capable woman. If anything, if any of them had any faith or belief in you, Ashley, wouldn't they be saying to you, you got this on your own? You can accomplish so much without him? No. Every single woman there is talking about child support, alimony. Karen didn't know how to say this, but what she was getting at was you need to get a forensic accountant, and they can actually determine exactly his net worth and see if he was holding out any money from you. Duh. Karen didn't say it quite so eloquently. Maybe she wasn't aware of what she was saying, but that's exactly what she was getting at. But not one of these women said that they had belief in you, that you could pull yourself up from the bootstraps and do it on your own. That's what you should be getting mad about, not the fact that Candace blew up your spot. Just FYI. Yocrates, you have to warn these about these jump scares before you show them. Well, if Ashley had to sleep with it, y'all got to see it. Thank you, Yocrates. Definitely check out Yoc's page. He's one of my YouTube buddies. He's either dropped his review already or will be reviewing this. Nandy, I like how Candace called Ashley out on being a hypocrite. At least Candace could do what she wanted, even though her mom was helping. Ashley has no freedom, basically, because Michaels has the keys. Exactly. We were going to get to that, but Candace so eloquently broke that down. It was a big joke that her mom was paying for these bills. However, you're saying that without a man, you can't do it? when you're clearly making money, you're not capable. Like, yes, Michael should be paying for his children, child support, all these things. She should be getting something for having to do him for all this time. But the bottom line is, you are a capable woman. You're not even, I don't even think she's like 40. She might be like 35. It just baffles the brain. Thank you, Nandy. I appreciate that. I think I got another one. Obi, the CEO and the businesswoman who is such a boss is the least accomplished. She was just the face. Now kicked out of the chiropractic and Potomac entirely, living off savings and effing for lobsters. I have nothing to say, but I agree, Obi. Thank you for the super chat. I definitely agree. But Ashley gave us a lot. I was really surprised. Okay, so on to Giselle and this man. Can we take bets on how much she's paying? Like, I don't bit more believe that Giselle and this man are a real item. I'm sorry, it just is what it is. Do they look nice together? Yes. But she gave us some tidbits. First off, Giselle, everybody wants to be your sneaky link, but the minute you get a man, you were the aggressor. You had to let somebody know he was interested. I already showed you guys when I talked about this story initially. He was taking pictures with all these Bravo celebrities. You weren't pictured. If this man saw you on TV and thought you were so cute and was in the same room with you and did not try to actually make any kind of connection with you, then his friend who says, hey, you want some extra publicity, Giselle likes you, or Giselle wants to hire you, you say, okay, that's how that connection worked out. So do y'all think she's paying per appearance or per picture? Y'all tell me. You guys tell me, appearance or picture. Which one is she paying by? Or is it just the free publicity? Nicole says, Ashley got the nerve to make fun of Candace living off her mom when Sheila was living off Michael at one point. Exactly. Sheila and her boyfriend were living off Michael. Just saying. Sheila and her man were living off Michael. Ashley talking about when my children are... Oh, we'll get there. We will definitely get there. Let me see. Okay. Wow. Ashley gave us a lot. Whatever, Giselle. You like it, I love it. But there is something to be said about somebody, like Andy said, who never actually talks about their real life going so public. Either she's scared now that she may not be able to maintain her spot on Potomac without giving them too much, or, if this is real, good luck. But from what I've seen on him on Winter and Summer House, you're not as tight. And we'll just leave it at that. When I went through his Instagram, there's not one woman that looks like Giselle, and I'm not talking about her age, other than maybe a family member. That's it. So y'all do the math with him. He ain't interested. We get to I'll talk about this now since we're on Candace and points were made. I want to do a live where it'll be open to anybody, and we're going to talk about generational wealth and why we come down on Candace for having it. Ashley said at 30, her children's name would be on the house. When your children are, y'all don't shoot me, but is Michael going to be around? In 30 years? So maybe his name won't be on the house. A lot of people who grew up wealthy get stuff passed down to them. Parents pay for school. Parents pay for a lot of things. That's what parents do if they have it. So I never quite understood why it was such a joke. I actually got Ashley when she was like, y'all laid on your backs for this and I didn't have to. And that's why you don't like it. That's why you're not seeing it from me. I kind of get it. I did not come from generational wealth. Everything that I have is going to be off my back. And that's fine. The majority of people don't, but I'm not going to look down on people who happen to have parents who can provide for them. Just saying. But yeah, we'll definitely have that talk, and we'll do it live so that everybody can chime in, because I don't think everybody feels that way. We move on to Mia with her little light read. She said, Mia said she feels like how she got her husband is how she's gonna keep him. So, I mean, Ashley, if in the event that Ashley was being truthful, and after she had those children, she no longer wanted to like go out and get girls for Michael to watch them do whatever, I can kind of get that. But like Mia said, if you're going to switch up, you run the risk of ruining that relationship. Just saying. And that's one of the few times I agree with Mia. We also compare. So Candace feels like she was told she was the least accomplished on the couch. And, then I believe Andy chimes in and says, yeah, she has a music career. But since Candace has been on the show, she already had a hairline. She now has the music career. She got her master's, bought a really large, nice home, and has a happy marriage. I honestly think that makes her one of the most successful people on the show. And Ashley did kind of try to apologize for it, but I think Candace was kind of like talking her shit at that point. Like, it is what it is. So, the tables have turned. When Ashley started the show, she was in the marriage with a very wealthy man. He put her in a Porsche. He allowed her to lose $2 million on a restaurant that nobody went to. So, roles have reversed. It looks like the underdog is now actually one of the more successful ones on the show, with the most successful being Robin with her embellished hats. We get into Mia. The Mia package. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Mia might be smarter than we initially gave her credit for. Just saying. Mia putting all this out on social media definitely gave her more of a storyline and more interest on this show. Just saying. Mia might actually be smarter than we all give her credit for. And y'all might not ever hear me say that again. But when they were asking her about being a boss, she was saying that they brought on personal and like friends. So initially she said she was CEO of this business. Then from what I can tell, she was more so just the figurehead, and they were paying her a salary to be the figurehead. Not necessarily the person who, because we find out now that there's a board, they make the decisions. She would be the one that did like the TV appearances and stuff like that. And they were paying her that. But the brother and the other partner taking over, I would be curious. I did try to find out when Giselle said that it was embezzlement. I tried to find where anybody had said that, and nobody did. So either somebody is feeding that to Giselle, or Giselle made it up. Either way it goes, I could believe either one. Excuse me. And Giselle is messy enough to really get into that and put sauce on it, like Ashley likes to say she does. None of it makes sense. We'll get into it. Let's talk about her health. Now, guys, I'm the kind of person where if you say you have cancer, I'm going to believe you. Oh, what's up, Nicole? Thank you so much for joining the membership. I didn't see it initially, but thank you. I see it now. Nicole joined the members. We got a lot of stuff to discuss in the membership because I'm going to be doing like behind the scenes. Really quickly, tomorrow I will be on with Jamie, that's me. And we're going to be kind of like roasting this show. And then I think House of Aaron wants me to talk about Kim Zolciak, because I broke the official story on YouTube where Kim Zolciak really had Fulton County records indicating that she was in foreclosure. There had been a pre-foreclosure, but literally Friday, the release got out and her house is on the block. I will be doing another video tomorrow dropping about that. So look out for that one. And Kimmy, thank you so much for joining the membership. Y'all, we got some stuff planned. So thank you, Kimmy. I appreciate that. But to this, when Wendy was talking, not Wendy, when Mia was talking about her health, I want to say that I usually choose to believe everybody. However, Mia stumbles over her words. So when Mia was talking about her health, y'all can tell me, did anybody else kind of get?
I got very sick, and this is not something that would
Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing?
ever choose to do. Well, 3 years ago, I had lost 25 pounds. My hair was falling out. Nobody knew why, and they said, "Kim, it was a
Are y'all smelling what I'm cooking?
friend of mine who was a doctor, and he said, Kim, I got to be honest with you. I mean, you're 90% sure you have cancer."
You had cancer.
I wouldn't choose to walk around with a hairpiece.
The question was, do you have cancer?
Ever. Nobody would. And for you to say that, meaning you knew. I mean, I got really skinny and I was sicker than
I knew what?
Are y'all I'm trying here. I'm trying. But y'all, I was listening to her explanation.
that I was sick.
I didn't know that you were sick. When you said that you had cancer, that's the first time I ever heard that.
I mean, I was used to having like beautiful hair. That's what I was known for. That was my signature growing up.
Well, let me.
Yeah, and y'all, okay, enough said. Y'all understand where I'm going with that. I thought you wore it for style. I'm sorry. The way that it was presented, the way that it was packaged, y'all, I'm glad that the lady is not sick. Some of my subscribers let me know, I think what scardosis was. I don't know the real actual term. I'm glad that she's not sick, but her explanation of whatever it was sucked. And the producers adding in that it was a rash, I don't know. Wait, Miss Golden, what did I do? Thank you, Pretty Black Girl 74, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting the channel. Y'all, we got about almost 1,200 people in here. I say we should be at about like 800 likes. Would somebody let me know where we are on likes? Please. Sarcoidosis. Yes. Definitely. Oh, yeah. And if you're new here, definitely subscribe. We got a lot going on. I've been churning out the content. 290, y'all, we should be at least like 800 likes. So 450. Okay, well, let's get to 800. It's a free way to support the channel. I really appreciate it. Like Abor says, y'all know, don't make me beg for likes. We're getting to Mia trying to explain her business. Now, y'all, somebody says how to become a member. In the description of the video, there's a link to join the membership. You guys know, if you've been here, I'm a very business-minded person. So I understand boards, members. When she said that she is owner, she has over a 40% stake in the company, but the members, 3 controlling members, control all the decisions. None of this is making sense. Maybe Mia does, and she doesn't actually know how that works, right? I felt her frustration. I really did. I kind of felt bad for her when they were all making fun of her. But if you can't actually explain your business model and explain why somebody was able to change all the bank accounts and lock you out of it, then girl, you're playing Boo Boo the Fool and you're getting what you get. Period. And she's trying to say y'all don't understand the way business works. maybe, Giselle doesn't understand the way business works, but the rest of the girls might have understood the way business works. I felt bad for Mia. All that laughing had her mixing up the lies. Yeah. Good luck. The fact that you spent $65,000 on a rental house, you had a apartment in Charlotte, a home in Charlotte. Y'all, I know exactly what that was. You had a sex dungeon in that apartment and your kids were in the house. So you didn't even own the penthouse. You rented your penthouse. You rented an apartment in Charlotte. You rented a house in Charlotte, and you rented a home in Potomac. Maybe what Giselle was saying wasn't far off the mark. Maybe you really are not it when it comes to business-minded anything. Who spends that much money on rentals? If your primary residence isn't in Charlotte, then you could Airbnb it. There's no reason that you would need to be going back and forth like that. And you don't even own a business. So that $400,000 was going to rent. Negla says, it is a scat on your lungs, not bump on your tail. Bernie Mac died of it. Thank you, Negla. Yeah, people told me it was something very serious when they initially talked about it on the show. Michelle Hightower, thank you so much for joining the membership. I appreciate that. Also, Tony Henderson, thank you for joining the membership. Y'all, we got big plans. I don't care what else I have going on in life. I will always be here with you guys. And I appreciate you guys being here with me. I really do. Bad money management. She's bi-coastal, y'all. Just saying. Me, CEO of lies. Exactly. Some fake it till you make it. It didn't make sense. They are living off savings. Makes absolutely no sense. Andy then calls Giselle out for being private. Now, y'all, very few times do I agree with Andy. The fact that he called her out for being private, but it was more, I would say it was pretty nice. When he called her out for being private, I was like, you're not really going to lay into a reality star who is not actually giving you their reality. It's just kind of like a little happenstance. Oh, well, Giselle, you're a private person. Are you surprised that Mia told her business? That's not the way it works, Andy. You should be getting on her the same way that you get on Robin when she did that interview behind the paywall. Like, sometimes I get kind of frustrated with the way that he decides to treat Giselle. It was so lackadaisy. Well, you're a private person. Why would a reality star need to be private? And how do you have the ability to maintain privacy as a reality star if the producers and Andy aren't allowing you to do so? That didn't make sense. Candace and Giselle, the moment of truth. She thinks she's smart. She's clearly not. The moment of truth. Giselle really laid into Chris. And you guys know, and I've done it in videos before, I really think that after Candace decided to admit that Giselle and them meet before the season starts to try to come up with storylines, and they were going to try to really mess over Monique and make up a lie or go with the lie that they had seen in one of those blogs. I think that Candace was marked at that point. Y'all can say what you want. Giselle does not forget, and she's pretty shrewd. It was Chris and Candace's turn. It was Eddie and them's turn last year. Candace is very upset about Chris being called a sneaky link and that he slid into the DMs and that if she had been with it, he would have been with it. Y'all, in real life, men do cheat. I just personally do not think that Chris was going for Giselle. Y'all can say what you want. I just don't think that Chris was going for Giselle. And that's not going to change. She tries to kind of apologize, and her big smoking gun was the text message that Chris sent her. Now, I'm with Giselle on this. Why would you send this text message, Chris? It says, hey, I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to talk this season because I felt blah, blah, blah. If I truly made you feel uncomfortable, for that I'm sorry. But I'll be honest. I have been very angry about how this has played out and some of the words that have been used, and that is why I have been hesitant. Giselle thought that she could say this and it would be conversation over. And even Andy was like, what? And she was like, see, he admitted it. He admitted it. That's really all that she needed. She never actually said anything about the words that she chose to use that could have potentially torn up Candace and Chris's marriage. Y'all give me a hard time for staying on Giselle's neck. No pun intended. No pun intended at all. Y'all give me a hard time for staying on Giselle. And she is technically like the star of the show. So what she does trickles down. And the fact that they all ran with Chris being a sneaky link was trash. I don't believe it at all. Just my opinion. She never wanted, honestly, to address that she lied. When Candace said you accused him of SA, we can't say those words here. YouTube doesn't like it. But yes, you accused him of SA. Anytime that you touch somebody in a sexual manner without their consent, that is SA. You accused him of SA. Now, it's not like what they accused Candy of, but the fact is, if you accuse a man of touching a woman's butt and that was not something that she wanted to happen, then technically she could have called the police on him, not Ashley. And if you are a married woman, well, first off, Ashley didn't say that. Giselle made it up, and she didn't even acknowledge that she made it up. And Andy did not force her to acknowledge that she made it up. I was like pretty disgusted with that. And nobody like necessarily like chimed in. Candace went in on Giselle, but it just, Robin actually chimed in to say, well, is it safe? I'm sorry. Rob the Builder chimed in to say, well, is it safe to say that no husband should be in a room with a wife? Robin, worry about what your husband is in a room doing with somebody that's not you from Canada. And yes, the pictures are out there. You can find my video. I showed you who the girl was. Yes, the Robin, that's what your focus should be about or be on. Period. Hard stop. That's what your focus should be on and nothing else. It makes absolutely no sense. Fatima Kid said that Chris DM to Giselle killed me. That message gives her ammo because everybody knows she's vindictive. Exactly. I have no idea why he would do that. It made no sense. And the fact that she tried to case close it after that, and Andy, your good friend, had to stop you, meant that, you know, you were full of it. But it was not a good look for Chris to send her anything. Andy said that this all reminded him of Victorian times, and I would have to agree. Like, literally, I would have to agree. You can be, if you are secure in your relationship and you are a man and a woman or whatever your sexuality is, you can be in a room. And they kept saying a bedroom, but I'm sure it was a hotel room because they were at whatever hotel to film this. So it wasn't like he was in her personal home in the bedroom and all that. I want to say, if a woman feels uncomfortable with a man being with her in a room behind closed doors, she should definitely speak up. My problem is that Giselle only chose to speak up for the camera. Let me say that again. Any woman or anybody who feels uncomfortable or feels like there might be some, you know, somebody is maybe trying to come on to you, speak up. But what we needed from Giselle was more than, well, I heard Ashley say that, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew my story. And, you know, it wasn't that I was trying to say anything about him. It was just multiple people. We know that you all get together and choose who the target is going to be at the beginning of the season. So you're out there for the world to see. We know what this was. It was Mia was going to say something. Ashley was going to say something. When they found out that they couldn't use the fact that Chris had called Ashley over to the hotel because that's where he worked and he was just trying to drum up business for his job, it turned to, well, he brushed up against my friend Deborah. This was a concerted effort to take these people down, the same way that they tried to do Wendy and Eddie last season. Candace, don't talk about the woman's uterus. Candace, you are becoming a fan favorite. The issue that people have with you is that they feel like you take it too far. Allow Giselle to step in it and just let the fans, decide. Definitely defend your marriage, but it's not a requirement to go that hard. Leave the woman's uterus out of it. You had her looking just distraught. When this was the face that Giselle was making when Wendy double teamed her with Candace and said, you have made concerted efforts to take relationships down every season. The only thing that she left out was it started with Michael and it ends with Chris. That was that was it. But she looked so downtrodden. If you are new to my channel, I dropped the link so that people can come up and kind of share. I have a feeling because we have so many people here that it's going to be a lot. So we can't talk about everything. Once I drop the link, everybody is welcome to come up, but we cannot do like a full discussion. So maybe just talk about your one main point. Okay. But everybody is welcome. Let's see. While I'm waiting for that, definitely, I'm excited about my new Kim Zolciak video. If you haven't seen the video where I talked about her foreclosure, definitely check it out. I did a 25K subscriber congratulations party with Layla Lynn. It was absolutely awesome. Check that out. I mean, Layla is like a titan in this sector. Love Layla. It was super dope that she decided to do that. Candace using IVF at 34, but talking about somebody uterus. Okay. Now, Trent, Candace, don't talk about the lady's uterus. Don't talk about the lady's uterus. I know that you're mad. I understand that you're mad, but you can't talk about the lady's uterus. So remember, guys, the backstage is getting full. So I'm going to bring you guys up. But remember, just like your main point, because...
But you were able to work it out.
Oh, Taylor.
And you, with Alexia.
Taylor?
I'm sorry. Hi.
Hey, Taylor. Would you mind turning your television off?
Yeah,
putting it on mute?
I was about to mute it I was about to go mute, but then I heard you say Taylor. I'm like, oh crap, I'm on.
Well, hey, I don't think you've ever called in before. Welcome.
I called in last episode, which was like 2 weeks ago. It's been a while, so.
Oh, that feels like a year to me.
Yeah, it's been a while.
What's up? Where are you at with this episode?
I love this first part. I'm so happy Candace was on Giselle's neck. She deserved every bit of what Candace had to tell her. And my main point, since we're only talking about main points, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on the uterus comment.
Mm-hmm.
Make memes because, listen, I get it.
Hold on, Taylor. On this channel, you can disagree with me. I'm fine with it. Bring it on.
Yeah. On any normal occasion, yes, I will understand how it could be low, but Giselle already went low with Chris by throwing out that false accusation that really could have really destroyed his life. Destroyed his life. And again, it's not like you said, it's not like what happened to Candy, but it's still a serious accusation to say that he was grabbing on Ashley's friends, but when he didn't. And then when he didn't, but Candace is wrong for like saying something about her uterus. So you can say something about my husband like that and possibly destroy his life, but I'm wrong for saying something about your uterus. Like,
no, I'm with you. I want Candace. This was her season that people could see that they weren't all those things that they said that she was.
She never
read her
was.
down. Just a simple read like not today neck, not today Satan, not today ankles. That's funny. It's lighthearted, and there's a whole T-shirt that I'm about to buy. You know, don't talk about her uterus.
But why? But why? But I saw somebody said this in the chat before I came on. And I agree with this. Why does Candace always have to take the high road? Why?
You know, she does not always take the high road.
No, she does. She doesn't. But like that's what somebody said. She doesn't. But when it comes to the Giselle in that situation, why should she care about hurting her feelings?
Yeah, it's not. When I say don't talk about the uterus, I want her to stay endeared to the fans. I liked her being a fan favorite, but
I like her being favorite too. I mean, she's always been my favorite since she came on. Even in the tough moments, I've stuck beside her because that's my girl. But like in this situation, I stand by her. This situation, yeah, it was low, but like Giselle went lower by the accusation, and she, in my opinion, deserves it. Plus, I've seen some people on Twitter saying that they've had fibroids and they were like on Candace's side with that comment. So like, I guess it just depends on people's opinion, but like I just don't think Candace was in the wrong for that because Giselle deserved. She could honestly say a lot worse.
I'm with you. I want her to stay a fan fave. I just don't want her to go so low that it brings people back to some of the stuff that they said. I did review all of her tweets against Ashley when she was calling her overseer on that video I did today. Wait, not that one. Love-hate relationship, Candace versus Andy.
I gotta go look at that one because I haven't.
That was a good one. But thank you so much, Taylor, for coming up. I appreciate the support.
Thanks, Mims. Love you, Mims.
You're gonna be back next week?
I'll try.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, love you, Mims.
Love you too. Bye. Okay. What's up, Kai?
Oh, I made it because I haven't been catching them. Can you hear me fine? Because I'm in my Bluetooth.
We can hear you.
Okay. I know main point, but quickly. So I made a good point. If we can laugh at the joke that she made about Michael's tight balls and Andy gets to say that Michael's impotent, I don't know why we can't make jokes about Giselle hiding her fibroids for 3 years and not saying anything until now she has to have surgery. If we can laugh at the man, we should be able to laugh at the woman. Equal playing field. My main issue with this reading
I didn't want to bring that up, but since we're doing it, impotent, unable to take effective action, helpless or powerless. Of a man abnormally unable to achieve a sexual ERECTION. Just FYI.
Yes. Oh yes.
So how would Andy know?
Questions. So to me, that's like even playing field. My main takeaway from this reading, especially since Candace made an Instagram story today, and then someone screenshot it to Twitter and then tried to act like she was having Twitter thumbs when she was on Instagram stories. It's the whole conversation, which I know you're gonna have a live failure on the generational wealth part. And to me, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why I also cannot stand Ashley, because she represents something so abhorrent to me, in the sense that she is very much so aware of her being biracial and being married to a white man, and so she's on that show. She was the first person calling someone a name. She was the first person calling someone a house anything when she called Candace a house daughter. Candace hadn't called her anything before then. Also, with the overseer comment, Candace was responding to Ashley talking about, call me when you and Chris cut the umbilical cord from your mother. So to me, she is always throwing up in people's faces Michael's money and her quote unquote lack of their access to it. So when you get to the reunion and you're 35 plus now with 2 kids and you have a job, this show is a job, and you're telling me that you decided to get a home that you can't comfortably afford for yourself. I'm all for getting the help. I will say at 19, my mom was trying to help me get me a rental property in my name. So I also never understood this whole laughing about situation. My name's on properties not even in this country, and I didn't put a dime to it just for my family wanting to help me, even though we're just middle class. But if we're trying to do something, my mom does try to see if I can take advantage of it. So I never understood the whole laughing game about it. And then especially when Ashley talks as if Michael has been this like golden goose for her, and for you now to come to us, which I don't really believe that they're divorcing, but the lies she's telling us absolutely make no sense. Especially again for someone, you get into a fight with Wendy. Well, my husband owns the company. Well, I'm married to a millionaire. Those were always her comebacks. Candace does not talk about money nearly as much as Ashley does, and Ashley is the one who has the less of it. And so when people are always like, "Oh my God, she's spoiled," I love being a spoiled. I love being a black spoiled brat, especially a brown skinned one. Oh, baby girl, I love my Audi at 16. I loved it. So to me, you cannot come to me when the only way you were able to live in that little penthouse that he wouldn't even let you redecorate is because you're doing any and everything to keep this man. And the only reason why you got a house now is because he wants to live his life the way he used to.
I'm
Those
with
are
you.
that was my main point. Because to me, that like really disturbs my spirit because it's just such a pervasive mindset in our community.
That's exactly why I'm gonna go live about generational wealth, and we're gonna talk about Candace. And what's funny is Ashley will now be raising boys who have generational wealth. They're being born into it, and it's something that she could never actually have experienced from that tent. So it's interesting. Additionally, Giselle was laughing, and you know, her husband was using ill-gotten gains. He wasn't paying his taxes, but he bought his children a restaurant.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes, exactly. And I guess my last point, then we have to go, is that Ashley's last clackback was like, "When my children are 30, they'll have a house in their name." Girl, you are 35 and you have a job and your house is not even in your name. And yes, rich people do LLCs, but rich people normally do trust because trust is a safer bet usually. They usually don't put things in LLC. And especially for a woman who didn't even read her prenup, I don't even know if she read the LLC.
the LLC is only to protect you from a lawsuit. So if he were to get sued for everything, the house would be safe, but it's still in his name. So if he were to say, "I don't want anything to do with you," it's not technically yours. She did try to say in the reunion, "Well, the house is mine." It's not. But yeah, Kai, thank you so much for coming up. Are you going to be here next week?
Yes, I'll be trying to catch up.
All right. We'll see you then, Kai.
Bye.
Lisa, what's up?
Hello, darling. How you doing?
Hey. Do you like how I addressed you early?
Yes, I heard that, darling. You know how much I love you. But any kind of, let's get into it because you know you got a lot of people backstage. Amia is this line. She didn't even answer the question when Andy asked her what you are diagnosed with. She went around the question. I take pills for this, I take pills for that. She didn't even answer the question. She don't know what's wrong with her, girl. She just taking medicine. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you something like the girl, Micah ain't no food, okay? Micah said, "Bitch, you was out here with this woman, and now you finna get with me. I know you got this money. I'm gonna let you have these 2 kids, but Micah ain't no fool, y'all. He makes sure that you ain't gonna get no alimony out of his ass. Okay." Going around on the marriage scene, okay? So come on now, Ashley. You should have been smart, baby, okay? That everybody kept telling you go get your own lawyer. How your lawyer look at it. Everybody
Her lawyer told her not to get in bed with Michael for this new house.
The lawyer kept telling you, but you to be the dumb one, okay? Keep on playing that kind of play they dumb when they done well. Ain't nobody playing with you. Now I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Now it came to the Zell and Chris. I don't even know what to say now. Candace don't need to stay off her neck. Candace don't need to stay out their neck. Get up, Candace. Get up. Y'all already know I love me some Tattletale Candace. That's mean because the bitch can't take her mouth. Baby, if you can't take her mouth, don't come after her and the husband. And she been trying to, and I just like she been trying to do what Andy told her to do. But she can't do that when people coming after her.
I will say, and I very rarely see Candace start something. Candace won't start something, but she'll finish it if you let her. Guns are blazing.
That's what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm talking about. And why do Robin got to jump in?
Now hold on. Now face it was just your one main point. Face. We're on point number 4.
Okay, I'm trying to go fast. I'm so tired.
Okay, so your last major point, Face. Your last major point. What were you?
Okay. So then, like, when are you gonna be on IG? When you gonna be doing them all? Because I want to talk to you about something.
You can hit me up on IG. Make it make sense. You have my IG.
I know, but I want to make sure with you doing the caretaking and all that right there.
No, just hit me up on IG.
I'm not
If you
interrupting your
know, I
day.
try my best to respond to all you guys. So definitely hit me up, Face. But thank you so much. I know I'll see you next week.
Yeah, you will. I love you, darling. Bye
Have a
bye.
good one, Face.
Good night.
Oh, looky here.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out why I'm so blurry.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I just had to wipe the screen.
What's up?
How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Well,
where you at with this episode? Because I know you have some thoughts.
Well, Candace for me she's really doing a lot better. She really had an opportunity this season multiple times to go off, and I feel like she's been holding her tongue. So when she does snap on someone, I think they deserve it now. There's been times where she should have snapped on people, especially at the finale, for going, talking to her husband after she told them not to. So at this point, y'all talked about her husband, her mom. You're asking for it at this point. You're really asking.
I'm with you. I'm with you. She won't start none, but she'll finish it. Specifically about the uterus comments, right? There's a lot of people who have had to experience hysterectomies. What I don't want is by Candace just making that one comment that it again turns her into the villain. I understand why she's upset. I understand that Candace sees the pattern of trying to destroy marriages. I'm not saying that, y'all. I just like the hysterectomy, the uterus stuff. I didn't like when Phaedra was mad with Cynthia and told her, I'm over here sitting on Aquafina and you sitting on Captain Crunch. That was talking about her fibroids.
Some people get sensitive about that topic because it affects people, deeply.
There's a lot of women that, again, I get it. Candace is, she is a linguist. She can read you on so many other things. I just don't want that to become the headline. Candace talks about Giselle's hysterectomy. You know what I mean? And she's going to play that up because that's Giselle. That's all I'm saying.
Well, at this point, you deserve it because I felt like Candace has really made an effort to be nice. I really feel, as someone who went after her for the past seasons on her behavior, and she wasn't my favorite at all. She's still not my favorite, but I feel like she's trying to grow and she's showing growth. So I'm gonna stick beside her. I think Mia lying about cancer is tacky and using it for a storyline. You may think it's smart, but I just think it's a little bit tacky. And there was another thing I wanted to say. Ashley, if she wasn't ready to financially be independent, she shouldn't have got a divorce. I feel like maybe you should have stuck beside him and worked it out. But at this point, you was with him for that long. That's what you was waking up to. You already doing it. You have 2 kids by this man, and if you are not ready to financially, live within your means, and you still want to have this lifestyle, you should have stayed with him. Now he has control over your whole life, and y'all not even together.
Whole life. I hope I pronounced this right. Is it Aceto, or Acetu? It says Candace ain't Michelle Obama. Giselle went low. Candace went low with her. Giselle had it coming for years with her dirty acts. I mean, I'm with you guys. I see what you see. I'm with you guys. I just that comment, I can see that that's the headline. I can, as somebody who covers this, I can tell you tomorrow you're going to see Candace goes for Giselle's hysterectomy. Candace goes low. I can see it, but I get Candace. Mace is part of a duo called Mace and Shady, where they read the girls and the boys down. Definitely go and check them out. A lot of times you'll see me in their chat trolling them, as I like to do with my YouTube friends and buddies. What's the name of your channel?
It's the Mace and Shady Show. I'm Shady B, and my partner is Mace Moreau. And we appreciate all the support that you give our channel. So I definitely wanted to make myself known and make sure that you see me tonight. We see each other.
Okay, we see each other. Definitely go check them out, support them. When are you doing your Potomac review?
We're reviewing Potomac on Tuesday on Princess AV's channel.
Okay,
so we'll be
love Princess. All right, well, thank you so much for coming up. We will see you. You're gonna be here next week?
Oh, I'll be here. I'll be here.
All right, have a good one. What's up, Norris?
Hey.
Oh Lord, who you reading tonight, Norris? Who you reading tonight?
I want to talk about the reunion looks because I didn't really watch the episode, so I want to talk about the looks.
Okay, who you want to shade, Norris?
Before that, I was gonna say my uncle passed away this morning.
That was who you were caregiving, right?
Yeah, him and my grandmother. So they both gone within 5 months.
I'm so sorry, Norris. I'm really sorry.
Thank you.
For you guys don't know, Norris has a channel. Definitely go support him. He's Norris Tony. But Norris was a caregiver to both his grandmother and his uncle.
Yeah. He was 69. He would have turned 70 on Tuesday.
Definitely put hearts in the chat for Norris. Norris is definitely part of the Make It Make Sense family. He's been supporting me for the longest. I support his channel. I'm really sorry, Norris. And you seem to be in pretty good spirits considering. So that means you've made somewhat of a peace with what's going on.
Yeah, my grandma was a tougher loss, so this loss wasn't as tough as losing her. So
okay.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
let's read the girls, Norris. You have carte blanche. Read whoever you want. I'll even stay up. Usually, I take my picture off when Norris reads people because he's a little dangerous with his tongue. But go ahead, Norris. Read the girl.
No, I was gonna say I've been supporting you. I think when you had like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers, that's when I first liked your page. I think I'm not sure, but it was around there. But anyway, I was gonna say the 3 that I like the best is Candace, Karen, and Wendy. I like their dresses the best. And then Robin's dress is like a prom dress. It's a safe dress. You know, it don't look the best on her, but like I said, it looked plain just like she do though.
I think that Robin looked very feminine in this reunion.
Yeah, it's a prom dress. Some you would wear to prom. But I'm gonna say Ashley, you know, the way she dressed like a sugar baby hooker of Potomac with a bad wig. Because she was showing way too much skin, in my opinion. And then Mia's dressed like a madam who looks and smells like plastic. And then Giselle, you know, she's the devil in the blue church dress. You know, her them fake looking autumn stones on her dress was as look fake as her personality. She also looking like a blue Power Ranger with no power, no integrity, no morals, no values, no respect, no class. So it's like she's officially the last lady to me. With a turtleneck.
Oh my God. Okay, Norris. So today it was like one main point because we have like it's back. I have my studio. Thank you so much, Norris. Whenever you get a chance, go back in the chat. There were so many people who sent you very beautiful messages. Definitely go back and check that out. Our hearts go out to you. I'm so sorry for the loss of your grandmother and your uncle. And definitely go support Norris Tony. What's your next show, Norris?
Well, I'm going to do a live tomorrow night at 10 about managing your money. I'm going to read 2 chapters of that book.
Okay. All right. Well, I will see you then, Norris. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
have a
thanks.
good one.
Yep, you too. And I like the video. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, like the video. We don't even have 800 likes, y'all. We had like 1,300 people in here. Do what Norris said. Thank you, Norris.
You're welcome.
Q, what's up?
What's up? I think you do this on purpose. You put like me and then Norris or Norris then me.
No, that's just no. I literally am going by step by step. Next is, in my opinion, Fatima Kid, Wendy, Robin, Ebony, Steph, Larger. That it is what it is. But if the readers end up together, the readers end up together. You're doing the Lord's work. But really quick, Ebony Dix says, thank you. Keep up the hard work. Thank you, Ebony Dix. I appreciate it. Again, we hit 25K a couple, or like the days are blending. Friday. We're very close to 26 now. The channel is growing. I appreciate all of you guys. I really, really do. Shay, keep up the hard work. You're doing great. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I really, really, really do. You do not understand what it means to me that you guys choose to spend your time with me. Q, as always, Q reads people down. Do I need to put my avatar?
No, because I'm sitting next to my Bible tonight.
That don't mean you read it.
But it's next to me. My hand is on it. So
the pillars of the church are shaking, y'all. Okay, where are you at? Main point, Q.
I like this. This reunion was not. This reunion was better than what the trailer was giving.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested how the rest of the parts gonna play. Once again, congratulations to Rob. This is the most attention Rob has ever and will ever receive. So congratulations to them. Once again, Juan was not working because he's currently on Indeed looking for a job. Next, I think Candace should drag Giselle as much as possible. I think Candace should always drag Giselle, and I am not the biggest Candace fan, but if I was Candace, I would drag Giselle to the place under hell. You come for my marriage, it's all bets is off. So, because you're bored, you have nothing to do, so all bets are off. Simple as that. And my last point, and I'm let you go, is I found it very interesting that the two brokest ones on the couch, Rob and Build-A-Puss, was laughing at Ashley not getting any money. But Mia she ain't got no business. She don't have no money. She digging into her savings. She about to be down there to the EBT office. If she had a baby, she could get on WIC. But you laughing because Ashley didn't get any money. You don't have anything going on. And just like Mia, my best friend lives in Charlotte and I live in Maryland. We are also bi-coastal.
God bless Mia. God bless me. That's all I can say.
And I never thought she was dumb. She's just a liar.
People are saying, who is Build-A-Puss?
Mia.
Now, Q calls her Build-A-Puss. I say it's reupholstered pussy.
Well, it's the same. You building it or you reupholstering, it's the same thing.
Yeah, he's talking about me.
She doing something with it. She ain't doing what she need to do with it, but she doing something with it.
A Build-A-Puss or a reupholstered kitty. Y'all know who we talking about. Yeah, and she's open about reupholstering it.
That's good. I don't think she's a liar. I mean, I don't think she is dumb. I just don't think she told that she's a liar. She's the biggest liar on the show.
Due to the mileage?
Yes.
Or was it real?
Oh, well, you heard what she said. She got to keep G. That's how she keep G. So she got to get it worn out. So it's like getting an oil change. It's like the miles keep running up. You got to get it changed every once in a while. So.
I'm done. Q is a mess. Q has a channel. Definitely follow Q. He reads the people like none other. It's Q, the content guy. No spaces. Definitely check him out. He supports my channel. I support his. Thank you, Q.
Thank you.
What's up, in my opinion?
Hey, Mims. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, friend? Because you told us some stuff on that last one. How are you doing?
You know, I'm blessed. Let me tell you something. I'm truly blessed. I'm glad that I see your smiling face every day on these YouTube streets. Let me tell you something, first of all. Side note, did you hear the conversation that Andy and Giselle was having on this reunion?
I did. I'm sorry. Yes. Giselle tried to throw it at Andy, and Andy said no,
when she gets 60, she gonna let him take a ride on. And I was like, now why he want 260 put? Oh my God, man!
Thank you for bringing that up. Thank you. In my
opinion,
he
said it was gonna be an HR problem. I'm like, he was thinking about it though. It was the fact I was like, y'all having this on camera.
He was not thinking about it. That was why the first thing he said, "Oh, it's HR." If it hadn't been, he would have did. If he was down, like if he was the sneaky link or whatever she wanted to say about Chris, he would have did this, and the conversation would have been had. Connections would have been made off camera. He said
Now,
what
what
he
if he
said
tell
'cause
her
he's not
he
interested.
made her feel uncomfortable? Then would she feel like he was sneaking link or she made him feel uncomfortable? Asking him about his sex life and stuff. Have you ever been with a woman? I mean, I'm just saying.
Is it a coincidence?
We could say the same thing.
Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it a coincidence?
Is it a coincidence?
So yeah, I want her to get all the smoke for that too. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I don't have no respect for Gizzard Nick, Bob the Builder, or Refurbish. Okay? I don't have no respect for none of them. I wish all three of them would get off my TV screen. Because, and here's the thing with Dum Dum, Ashley. While you were sitting up here trying to make babies, what you should have been doing is having you a stash away pocketbook. Well, when you were spending that money, you should have been stashing some away for a rainy day. Because let me tell you something. First of all, if he made you sign a prenup and then he told you had to sign a postnup, that should have been your first clue right there to start hiding your money. He already don't trust you. So what make you think he was finna give you anything?
Did you see my fumbled the bag video? I went through the whole timeline.
I did. And I saw the one where you was talking about Andy versus Candy. And I was like, you are so right. He really doesn't feel it for her. And he doesn't feel it for Kenya. I was so with you. And here's the thing. Let me tell you something. I think the thing that bothers him most is that these are two dark-skinned women that can get it without having to open their legs and spread it wide. Notice he always like them ones that have to open it up and spread it wide. But he don't like them ones that can get it on their own because they educated black women.
So who you said he doesn't like Candace? Who was the other one you said? Wendy?
Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore.
Oh, okay, yeah, Kenya. Well, I put in my video why he doesn't like Kenya.
I know why he don't. Let me tell you something. I don't think he was feeling Kenya before then. Before Kenya, that's what I'm saying.
Kenya. He liked
He really
Kenya.
did. He sideways liked her, but even her first season on there, he was still shading her then. So no, he really didn't like her. He liked it picking fun at her.
I think I think he really liked Kenya that first
when
season.
she was doing the twirl, he was like, well, what's all the twirling about? You know, he was even making fun of her then. Go back and watch me. I'm telling you, go back and watch. He was even picking fun at her then. And then he was laughing off like it was funny.
Kenya was the vixen when she first came on. And I think Andy liked that. She was beautiful. She had like a 10,000 square foot house. I mean, and she was good for television. I think Andy liked her. He said specifically what he did not like was when she accused him of being a swallower. And y'all can do with that what you make. Or
did she lie?
Spits it out. But okay, we gotta be quick today because there's a whole lot of every time somebody goes off, I see alert 10 people backstage. So what's your main point?
My main point is Mia need to get a job. Have a good night, Mia.
I thought she was doing a job with G. It's just that G don't have no money anymore.
If you have to get a job within the job to get a check, because this is what she said out her mouth. She said she had to get a job inside of the job to draw a check. So how are you a managing member of your own company and you're not drawing a check automatically as a managing member? You're not telling me those managing members are not drawing a salary from that. So if you're a managing member and that's what she said G is, he should be drawing a check. They should have a stipulation wrote out that each managing member gets this much money. You know what I'm saying?
If the business is actually breaking even. That's another thing.
But let me tell you something. If you had to get a job within the job and then they fired you from the job, yeah, you need a job. Because they ain't got no money.
Potomac ain't cutting it.
And how you don't have a house? How you don't have a house of your own, but you rent 7 properties? Make that make sense.
Why didn't Giselle say you don't have a home? Why this was the time for Giselle to say you don't have a home? This was it. And she missed her mark.
Yeah, have a good night, man.
That's what I would have said. I would have turned to me and said, you don't have a home?
She tried to play Monique like that.
But okay, thank you so much. In my opinion, I know for a fact you will be here next week. Thank you for reminding me because that was in my notes. But Candace and Giselle had got me so riled up, I completely have forgotten about Giselle trying to proposition Andy.
Yeah. And that was so sad.
But okay, thank you so much. In my opinion, I'll see you next week.
Okay, bye-bye.
Wendy, you're up. Is this Wendy Osefo? Wendy, we can't hear you. Wendy, I'm going to pull you down and pull you back up, but we definitely can't hear you. Robin, you're up.
That Andy called HRs because he seeks to maintain his status as never being with a woman, first of all. Secondly, I want
Robin
to
came
say
in
that
hot. Robin was on fire before. Y'all, Robin came in hot.
I'm trying to get through it because so I never had a favorite. I have people I dislike on this show, but today I am a Candy stan for real, for sure, for true. I'm gonna tell you, Mims, you need to stop repeating that thing about how this is gonna be a headline, how Candy went after Giselle's uterus, because you know what? I was here for it. She was so on point. And can I tell you, I deliberately called her acting or being stupider than I've ever seen Giselle be. When she turned to Ashley and asked her, what is it that Candy's going to do with her embryos? I was like, oh, that's why your daughters didn't know what the hell you were talking about when y'all were having that little tete-a-tete talking about you getting ready to have a hysterectomy. You dumb and stupid. You're passing it on to your children. And you told all of us on the TV yet again. Oh, and that's it. I'll stop.
No, I love Robin's Nest. You Robin's Nest, right?
No, Robin. Robin.
But your thing is Robin's Nest, right?
I don't see no nest there.
No, but
nope. It says Auntie Robin.
Yes, but I thought your other name was Robin's Nest.
Nope, not me. That's somebody else.
My
and
bad.
Another thing, I'm hoping that today was kind of like the beginning of the network's start of the We Really Hate Giselle campaign, coupled with the bye-bye farewell tour for Robin. And I need Robin off the screen because you know what? She is selling my name. I cannot stand it. That's it.
Auntie Robin, to be honest with you, I think that Giselle is the network's darling. It would take something as strong as a We Hate Brenna and We Won't Watch push to get Giselle out of the. Giselle is the network's darling, and that ain't changing.
Yeah, well, stay la vie. She the network. She's charity for at this point.
Now she's charity. All right. Thank you so much, Auntie Robin.
Right.
I'm pretty
See you
sure
next time.
you'll be calling in next week if they get you fired up again.
Oh, for sure. Okay. Next week. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye. We got Fatima Kids and Ebony, Larger Curves, Misty Green, and Steph Boogie. What's up, Fatima?
Hey, I'm ready. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you. Where are you at with this episode?
This was like a perfect segue. Let me tell you that. And in my opinion, thank you for all of that. I had to start writing stuff down, so I didn't take up too much time. So let's actually start at the seating arrangement and how it was like such a big deal that even because you know how we get online and stuff on Twitter. I go to Twitter because that's where you find all the crazies. And even before they sat down, they're like, what? What? And Andy even knew that it was a thing. So that's why I think they kind of addressed that for a little while. And I will say, okay, the seating arrangement, but really it should have been on the right couch. It should have been Giselle, Ashley, Robin, and Mia. And then on the other couch, it should have been everybody else. Even if Karen was first seat, it should have been then Candace and then Wendy. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe everybody else that comes through, except for Sharice should have been on the other side. So let me say that.
Should have been like on a seat cushion behind the couch.
Sharice deserved to be at that reunion, just like Karen said. So I'm gonna rock with Karen. I'm gonna rock with Karen. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me keep going. All right, and then Andy's hate for Candace.
Bringing out the rest of the girls' drinks and fixing up the stage in the back.
Listen, then they would have thought that Nicki Minaj was coming again, and that ain't happening twice. So let me just say that. That's only one time, and that's what they got last year. So no, you can't put the many surprises at Potomac, you know. And even let me even say something about like the clips and stuff that have been shared online. It's Bravo that has been sharing all of that online, period. So if they don't want us to banter and do our judgments and all that stuff, then don't share it. But they do. And I think they're trying to calm down the fire Robin, fire Giselle stuff that really, what is Giselle's purpose other than to stir up controversy and drama that's actually unneeded? Like, because we really don't need that.
Fatima, hold on really quick. What Fatima is talking about is NBC Universal has started shutting down people's Instagram channels. Large Instagram channels like Jay's Reality Blog, Queens of Bravo have all been shut down for sharing Potomac content. So that's
and I'll say on Instagram. But if you came to Twitter where the real live action happens, just go on ahead and create a Twitter account. You'll be entertained for days because you get the most delusional takes, and then even Mia comes through with the first stuff. She tests all her takes on Twitter to see what the reaction is. I believe, allegedly, before she posts it on her Instagram of thousands and thousands of followers. But okay, let me focus. Sorry. Anyway,
not Sharice should be a stagehand. We see each other.
No, for real. I had a little Jameson tonight because, in all honesty, I thought today's reunion first episode was, I would give it a 9 out of 10. And the reason why I would do that is because remember the anticipation for Beverly Hills? That was so whack until the third episode where Kathy Hilton finally came and she didn't do anything. They showed everything she did in a clip and that was it. And I was like, this boy, bye. But I thought that this one,
Kathy came in looking great and she gave what she could give.
Yeah, she did that. But they've hyped it up so much, and maybe that was on purpose. Let's think about that. Maybe that was on purpose.
What she did give completely took her sister out, and that pretty much ended the reunion.
I won't agree with you on that because Kyle never gives on any reunion. Name one. Kyle and Giselle are the same person in a reunion. They give nothing.
But Kyle has money.
Okay, whatever. If they got rid of Giselle and they got rid of Kyle, I bet you Potomac will still be there.
You're right.
Fatima,
we gotta do like the main thought because I still got a back.
Let me go to the main thought. Okay, so let me just go on this. Yes, you are right. Candace is mean and she says mean stuff. Me, and I'll say my bias, I've always been a Candy fan.
I didn't say Candace was mean.
Well, I'm just saying she says mean stuff and you're saying, yeah, bring it back. And I could agree with that to a certain level. But I think that these girls be playing with Candace so much that she has to bring out the darts and the guns and the bullets and stuff. Yeah, she held back. Could you imagine if she didn't hold back that she would get so much backlash that she would probably be on the chopping block and she wouldn't have got as good of an edit as she did.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? Because they've been waiting.
I like Candace.
Yeah, I have liked her from the beginning. And even when they be trying to come at her for having family money and stuff, that ain't fair because they all are doing men for money that they don't even love. And then look at where Ashley's at. Just sorry.
Thank you so much for coming up for today. I appreciate you.
Have a good night. Thanks, everybody. Huh?
You gonna be back next week?
Well, I'm always in here. I try to stick to the chat, but I had to say something because it was such a good episode.
I love when you guys. I know who you are, Fatima. I'm just saying I love when you guys come up and share your opinion. So definitely come back up next week.
All right. Well, everybody have a good night. Thanks,
All
man.
right, bye. Ebony, you're up. What's up, Ebony? Ebony has been backstage going off, y'all. What's up, Ebony?
Yeah.
Where you at? What's your main point?
Okay, my main point is this. I've never been like a Candy fan, but I can really appreciate her consistency. She's a consistent woman when it comes to the low blows and how she comes at people. That's why that uterus comment, the dwindling uterus comment, wasn't a big deal to me because that's how she comes at everybody. I do appreciate the karmic retribution that Robin and Giselle is getting, especially the way they threw Monique underneath the bus, season 5, and how they came at her husband. And now Wendy and Chris, they got it. Wendy and her husband got it last season, and now Candace and Chris. It's just a consistent thing that they've been doing because they have no storyline. So the things that they've been doing behind the scenes, kind of like what Phaedra did on Atlanta Housewives, is just coming to the forefront. And now people are being called out on their bullshit. Straight up, excuse me, I don't know if I can curse, but they're being called out on a lot of this stuff. And it's just karmic retribution at this point, and they deserve everything they're getting. And I believe Andy Cohen, I don't know. I think for me, I feel like he kind of that's where that colorism thing comes in to play. A lot of people don't talk about that. I rather talk about how they tried to bring up colorism, but they kind of swept it underneath the carpet a little bit. Besides the use thing, like he'll take out certain dark-skinned women that he'll appreciate, and then next thing you know, they're fired. Like, how does Nene go from having a lifetime contract with the Bravo network to being fired? And then Kenya. And now Portia just quits. And then it's just something is not right there. And nobody says anything about it. He puts the black television shows up to a higher standard than he does his white Real Housewives shows. Why do we have to be in this we have to keep it
Ebony,
sweet?
hold on. Ebony, I want to point out that I did say something about it on my colorism on Potomac panel featuring Layla Lynn, Brooke Ashley, and Nikki Star TV. I raised my hand. I said something. So just FYI, if you are interested in what Ebony's talking about, we definitely did a whole panel on it. Check that out. Thank you for the commercial, Ebony.
Definitely. And that's all I wanted to say. I'm like, come for her dwindling uterus. Come from all that. And then Ashley and Mia, they're the new Kim Zolciak of Potomac. How do you have a millionaire husband and you don't even try to cop a bag? How do you do that? And Mia, you're lying about made up diagnoses that you have. You look crazy. Go back to stripping. Or take some points from All the Queen's Men and call it a day. And get your money like that. Or live out of box. Something. All right, I'm done.
Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills.
Is that thank you. If I can do it, I'll do it. I'll go up and down the hall. Shit. Get paid for it.
Nene said I liked it.
Like I told my daughter, if you're gonna be a hoe, be the best damn hoe you can be. Don't just sit there and not do nothing. Be the best hoe you can be. I'm just straight up. I'll tell any woman that if you're gonna be a hoe and you're gonna prostitute, be the best hoe you can be. Get a car swiper. Don't wait.
Oh my God.
You don't give them the goods. Come on, get a car swiper.
I was not ready for that, Ebony.
Have a great night.
Thank you so much for coming up, Ebony.
Amazing.
Hope to see you next week.
Definitely will.
Larger.
Hey, ma'ams, what's good? What's good? Congratulations on 25 G's. I mean, K.
Thank you, Larger. How many watch time hours do you have, Larger?
Over 4,000.
Okay, guys. Let's get Larger Curves monetized tonight. I looked at her channel. Larger has been supporting my channel since day one. Larger even had multiple Dr. Heavenly interviews. Somebody please drop her link. She only needs about, I think, like 40 subscribers. So let's get larger
No way, man.
monetized
You
tonight.
rock.
So for those of you who don't know, monetization just means that she will be able to collect a check for the work that she does on YouTube. Prior to monetization, she can't collect a check. So larger, I'm gonna drop you down. I'm gonna take Miss D Green, Steph Boogie, and then by the time I pull you back up, hopefully you'll be monetized.
All right.
Guys.
Let's go.
She's the real deal. And she has put in the work. She definitely has put in the work, and she deserves monetization. I'm gonna pull you down. Miss D Green, what's up?
Hello, long time no hear.
I'm with you every day on Gabor's channel.
Oh yes, in spirit, right? You know, I found you on Instagram, and you do respond to messages.
I do. I try. I mean, if you take the time to reach out to me, I do my very best to reach back out. But what's up? Where you at with this episode?
Oh, the irony of Robin having to be the one that mentioned men being at hotels with single women. I was like, please use that as like some sort of footage in season 8 and this be her storyline. Because I was like, why would she be the one to say that of all of them? It's so much foreshadowing.
I can't.
It was.
You cannot literally, Misty Green. Look. If you watch my video, there's been a lot of talk about my video, Misty Green, where I showed the mistress. Look, I feel bad that Robin has to go through all of this every season, but to an extent, you're like 40 something years old. This man has made you look crazy on TV all these years. When are you going to wise up? He was in that hotel with that woman doing something other than just paying a hotel bill. But continue.
Mm-hmm.
You got me riled up.
No, and honestly, I think Robin would have, at least for me, I'll speak for me as a fan, I would be willing to give her a little bit more grace if she wasn't like paired up with Giselle and making comments about other people and their position in their marriage or anybody's marriage when she's got problems of her own. If she just kind of stayed in the background and didn't comment, then I, be fully supportive of her. But I can't support someone who, even if it was like indirectly, directly with Giselle, she was with Giselle when Giselle was on these different campaigns making statements about people's marriages. So I'm just like, ugh. And then I agree with you with Candace and the uterus comment. I feel like she's evolving and she is evolving past the stage of the low hanging fruit comments. Like she doesn't have to say anything like that. I was more with her on her, Mills, are you still there?
Yeah.
What happened? I was like, wait, what? No, but I was
just playing with Mr. Green.
No, it's all good. I'll and then after this, I'll you can draw me. But I was more with her with and Andy.
It wasn't about what you were saying. I accidentally clicked out of my own live, y'all. Things happen. I'm a one man show.
Yeah, you got a little cup over there too.
This is now just lemonade. Don't do me, Miss D Green.
I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you. But no, I was more with her, and Andy kind of staged it for her when she started speaking about the pattern that Giselle has when she's attacking people's marriages. If she would have leaned more into that and made more comment about that, bringing up how she's been with Giselle when there's been plots behind the scenes, brought up the different like seasons when Giselle was like very, very into, like she was a main part of why that topic was discussed, then that would have been a little bit better than making comments about her uterus. Like, I don't like Giselle, but Candace, you're trying to get pregnant yourself. Like, you're going through the process. Like, let's just lay off of reproductive organs. So I agree with you on that. I think that was very low. But that's all I got to say.
I like Candace. I
like her
I'm
too.
A straight shooter. I say what I say, and I can just see the rollout. But
yes,
the same way
I
Giselle
can
fans
too.
get on me all the time if I say anything about Giselle, if I say anything about Candace, or even don't completely agree with everything. I get it. Either way it goes, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, no worries, because I got you. I was like, yeah, well, she didn't have to say that. She could have kept going with the examples. I was
She
waiting
could have
for
just kept
that,
saying neck. Neck
Yeah.
would have got the same. Anyway, I want the
Yes.
t-shirt. Thank you, Miss D Green. I'm sure I'm gonna see you tomorrow on Gabor's channel.
Yes, yes. Take care of them. Bye.
Oh, hopefully I'll
What's
see you
up?
tomorrow too. I'm gonna be on Jamie That's Me's channel. I will share that in my community tab once we get all of that together. But that should be midday. Probably, I think she said 1:30 Central Time. So I
Okay,
think
yeah, I'll
that'll
find you.
happen.
I work from home, so I'll just be listening in the background, and that's around my lunchtime I take. So, yep, I can listen. Oh, let me make one more comment.
Mm-hmm.
I think you and the first Ashley, I don't know why, y'all would make the cutest little YouTube couple. Okay, you can drop me now.
You said the Brooke Ashley?
Yes, I think she is so pretty, and she is
No, she's
so
very
poised,
beautiful.
and she throws classy shade, and you're super
Behind the scenes,
smart.
I
She's
call her
super
Diane
smart.
Carroll.
Yes, I see you. I was like, oh my god, they would be so cute together.
The Brooke Ashley is my good friend. I like her. We're definitely cool. But thank
Yeah,
you
she
so
is.
much, Misty Green. See you tomorrow for sure.
Yes, sir. Take care. Bye.
Keep Gabor in check.
That's my boy.
Bye. Steph, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
You tell me, where you at on this episode?
Okay, so on this episode,
I don't know why I want to talk to you like I'm from New York every time I talk to you.
it's so
It's
funny
that,
because I'm
it's
from
that
Detroit.
boogie.
I'm from Detroit, but my friend he calls me Steph Boogie because I like music and stuff. But please forgive me. I have a cold. I think I partied too hard for my birthday, so I might
Happy
sound a little
belated
stuffy.
birthday.
Oh, thank you. I turned 45, but I'm 45. But anywho's, listen, I took some notes. Okay, so
Main
first things
points, main
first.
points, main points. Mhm.
Yes. First things first. Yes, Candace was wrong for the uterus comment, but I'm biased. So I don't care about Giselle, her feelings, or anything of that nature, because again, I don't like Giselle. So yeah, I'm gonna be hypocritical and say Candace was wrong, but I don't care. As far as Candace's comments are concerned, I don't expect her to change. This is who she is. This is who she was before we started liking her. And so I don't expect her to change. And that's just that. So also I understood what Mia was trying to say. Because I worked in finance and I would love to talk to you about the whole generational wealth because I've seen how other people do it versus how we do it. But because of that, I understood what Mia was trying to say. Her delivery was totally wrong. And then again, we don't like her. So anything if she stumbles, we're gonna really, it's gonna get laughed at. But I got where she was going. Because I know, of course, with member manage versus manager manage, I know there's a difference. So I got it. I understood it. She just the person who delivered it was not good. That's all. I also wish that Mia had the same smoke for Robin and Giselle that she has for Wendy, because at the end of the day, they all said she's a liar. One tried to save face and not call her a liar on air, but that's the one you chose to go toe to toe with. Like that's whack. That's really weak to me. And then also Ashley isn't who she thought she was. She thought she was smarter, but Michael Darby is smarter. Then lastly,
hold on, Steph, really quick.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because Ashley, what I have to give to Ashley, she got $2 million out of that man.
That's true. No, that's true.
The $2 million was from that failed restaurant, but she literally convinced him to give her $2 million with no real experience in restaurant managing. She was a bartender. So, she had the right path. She just didn't have
smart friends.
Yeah, she got $2 million. That's a lot more than a lot of other people get. The problem is the restaurant was a failure. Their marriage was a failure. The only thing she got out of it was some cute kids and no money.
That's true. No, I agree. And I get what you were saying when you were saying that all the ladies were looking around like, dang, you didn't get nothing else out of it. And like you said, she did get more than she came into it with. I just wish she had some smarter friends and listened to people more. She put a lot of trust into him, like a lot of trust. Like even when she was talking to the attorney and she's like, well, we're going to do this. It just gave me real, like, I believe it kind of gave me Robin vibes. Like I believe everything he says. But the difference between Robin, I'm not saying Robin is right, but at least she's trying to get into a relationship, whereas You're trusting the man that you're divorcing to tell you what's in your best interest. Like, yeah, you did come out on top, but that just doesn't make sense. Some things you keep to yourself. Even if you do trust him, don't verbalize it because now we know you're a fool. You know. Last thing, I sent you a DM on Instagram about advertising because I love what you're doing with Lisa Wu and Kim's wigs, and I want to join. And I want to get advertisement too.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll definitely check my DM.
Okay.
Hold on. Steph Boogie, is that your Instagram?
That's not what is what it came from the business cheerleader.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll
That's
check
me.
it. I'll
Okay.
definitely check it.
And
Thank
we'll
you. Hopefully
connect.
I'll
Good
see you next
job.
week.
Huh?
Thank you. I said thank you.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, bye. I heard somebody's monetized.
That's right, Mims. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, you guys who's just subbed. I totally appreciate that. Oh my gosh.
Is that your
I'm
kid?
going for a Z right now. Oh my God.
Okay, well no, Larger, don't scare the people that just subscribed away now, girl. I think that's Larger's way of saying thank you guys.
I'm just so excited, Mims. I'm just so excited. Thank you.
You put in the work. I didn't do it. You did it. Larger, you have put in the work. I can't say it enough. Once you get to that monetization phase, your channel will just start growing. YouTube will start pushing you in different ways. It's nothing that I did, guys. This is all on Larger.
No, that was good looking out, Mims. That was good looking out.
How long have you had a channel, Larger?
Since Monique and Candace got in the fight. That's why I started my channel, was because when Monique and Candace got in a fight, I couldn't find anybody to agree with me that Candace didn't deserve to get her ass whooped.
And that's
So
how
I
your
started my channel.
So Larger is yelling and everything now because she's excited, but Larger has done really good work. She's an intern. She reviews shows. She's had Dr. Heavenly on her channel, I think a couple times now.
Couple times, yeah.
Larger is doing the work. I'm super happy. But again, guys, this is not me. This is Larger. Larger has put in the work. She deserves it. She really does.
I appreciate that.
So where you at on this episode?
Well, I mod for you, so I came, but I'm in California, so it's on now, and I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Well,
but I'm
that's
DVRing
fine.
it, and I'd love for it to go ahead so I can, fast forward through commercials. So yeah, but whatever's happening, I'm usually with Candace. That's why I started the channel. But I call her out too. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that everybody else is seeing why I've loved her for a long time. And it sounds like the flaws that Giselle is having are magnified, but not called out for some strange reason. It's maddening. It's like, do you have to be a liar or a thief for Andy to love you more? I'm just confused at this point. You know what I mean? Like, why is he so beholden to these liars and thieves and embellishers, like people with authentic talent and storylines? He's like, oh, can you sit way over by the bar for me, please? You know what I'm saying? Like how you pointed out in the thing, like why he have her sitting way over there? Why is that? I don't know. Because he doesn't like her, but why? Because she's smarter than him. I think that.
Well, there goes my Bravo interviews.
No, they'll come. They'll still come. They'll still come.
Anyway,
I appreciate it though, Mims. Thank you,
Larger.
So much.
No,
okay.
Again, this is not me. Larger did this. Larger put in the work. Just getting 1,000 subscribers is not enough to get you monetized on YouTube. You also need to have watch time hours. You have to have 4,000 watch time hours.
Right.
So Larger put in the work. This is a great way to end it. We started it with Dakari. Cute kid in my introduction. I will play the intro out. I'll be on Jamie That's Me's channel tomorrow. House of Aaron on Wednesday. And I'll be doing something that nobody else is talking about on Kim Zolciak. That will drop tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. You know, I'm a business-minded person. I keep my ears to the streets, and it begins with a B. So we'll leave it at that. I'm going to play my outro. Thank you all for being here. 25K feels amazing. Larger Curves is now monetized. It's going to change everything in your YouTube. I am more than happy to be of any assistance as I can.
I will be calling, texting, and a DMing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larger. Guys, this was just episode 1. I will be back next week at 8:30 p.m. Central Time for the second part of the reunion. Thank you guys for being here. This was a hell of a start. And I'll play my outro where you guys can see Dakari again. Bye, y'all.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big moves. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Let me hear you say, wop, 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 wop. I didn't get no sleep because of y'all. Y'all not gonna get no sleep because of me.
Thank you, Nandy, for the super sticker. Good night, everybody.